guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we have The Drowning Summer by Lynn. Herman. So this is the third book in the Devouring Grey series. Let's just say this book was amazing. I love the first two books. What can you say? Mystery comes to light, you know. And obviously if you haven't seen those two, I will probably either try and link them down below. They're hard to try and do. But here is the front cover. They don't actually match the other two. The other two have sprayed edges. We buy them normally, but this one just has plain white, but that is okay. So it says here, Mina Zanetti is a fledgling medium just desperate to share her mother's world and speak with the dead. But Sand Dollar Cove is a grooving town, still recovering from the unsolved murders of the three teenagers 6 years ago. Found with $6 sand on their eye, and Evelyn Mackenzie has felt every day of it. The town blames her for her father for the deaths. When Mina and Evelyn conduct a ritual to speak to the dead, they unwittingly become the centre of Deadly Triangle, who murdered those teenagers, the hidden past of Mina's family, and the fury of the spirit realm. Mina and Evelyn must learn to rebuild their trust and unearth all the buried mysteries of the Sand Dollar Cove to lay the ghost of the drowning summer to the rest. It is so good. I love it. So, obviously, there's a reason why I got the series, but I'm still waiting for it to come out. Apparently they're going to make a movie or series out of it. I'm just waiting for more information about it. Don't know when that's coming out yet. So 6 years ago, 3 teenagers were murdered in a sleeping town of Cliffside Bay and tore Evelyn Mackenzie's family apart. Her father became the lead suspect, and her mother left, and her sister, who dated one of the victims, followed as soon as she could. So in the moment of desperation, Evelyn said and her best friend Mina tried to harness the power of spirit to clear her father's name. And it worked, but there was a price. Like people say, magic comes with a price. I can always see that. That makes me want to watch One Upon a Time. I love watching that. No matter times how much I watch that series, I love it. Still creeps me out. I say creep me out in a good way, don't worry. Mina nearly died, spending a week in the hospital with delirious fever and a strange sand dollar etched into her skin. The girls haven't spoken since, and Evelyn swore she will never call on the dead again. But in another miserable moment, she breaks that promise, and some doors, once again, opened. They cannot be closed. So this is the mythology of the novel is first and foremost and intriguing, with the medium's power and the ghost himself tied to the changing tide of the ocean, waxing and waning, and you know, the whole strength of the moon reacting to the rise levels and pollution, all that. The spirits are strongest as it's new and the full moons, and something's causing them to become more dangerous with each passing year. So something's there. So I did love this spooky novel. It's kind of really interesting. It's mystery. I'm getting more into mystery, more thriller kind of sides of the suspense stuff, and I love that. I believe there's going to be a July box. The adult box has kind of got a suspense thriller into it, and I think I'm going to get that box because it sounds really interesting. But yeah, so this literally was plenty of heart-pounding moments without keeping you up all night, you know. You may want to leave the light on. Poof. Yeesh, keep those creepy eyes. Herman's haunted prose paints a vivid picture without calling itself to attention to itself. Pondering other story and ever-present ocean, it ties to the dead create more of an eerie kind of edge atmosphere to it, and it definitely creeped me out. So moments of dry humour, and particularly Evelyn's sarcastic wit, bring some levity to the dark tale. So however, there are a few chunky phrases that are overused, such as referring to the summer of the murder as the drowning summer, which when it feels unnatural to the normal conversations, or scarring focus, which is a fairly clinical term for a very mystical object. But all in the end, it sounds really cool. On the outside, Mina and Evelyn are the complete opposite of people. Mina's an aspiring fashion designer who puts together the perfect outfit for every day, while Evelyn is more interested in like the ecology and always has a skateboard under her arm. So she's more of the tomboy kind of version, and you're obviously with Mina, who is more of the girly girl. So their voices are distinct and reflect their personalities. Evelyn's voice in particular feels very real. It reminds me of how my friend would talk. Mina's voice is more measured and formal without feeling stiff. Evelyn relates to the world, though her interest is environmental, and with the way that she thinks that stuff needs to be sorted out with that. So the 2 points of the view allows readers to see each other's through each other's eyes. I do love a book that has other people's points of views, because it seems what they are between each other in their eyes. So Mina sees herself as timid and wishes she was fearless as Evelyn, but Evelyn sees herself as insecure and wishes she was confident as Mina. So they wish to be each other. Over the course of the novel, they make each other brave. Their feelings evolve slowly, but they finally get together, and it's giddy and it's sweet. It's adorable. So Mina and Evelyn both identify as both sexual, and Herman's portrait of the bi experience feels authentic. So it does really show, and it's really nice. Evelyn's face, accusate, oh my god, that she came out for attention when she started dating a boy, but Mina's worries about her lack of experience with any gender after she stood up for the only person, a girl, she ever asked out. The girls discuss the vulnerability of coming out, persuasive stereotypes, all that worries, but their experience. But they have kind of support each other in they're both they're similar and they're just differences. So in this novel, the adults make it like more decisions in order to protect their own kids, so they don't have any more murders. And to be honest, I really enjoyed it. But like at the end of the book, it feels a little more open-ended, like it's setting up for a sequel. Though one has not been announced, the romance and mystery are somewhat secondary to the paranormal plot. I have been getting more into paranormal stuff as well, so more paranormal romance. I've been getting more books. When do you see the books I've got? One of them I've got is thin as fudge. Like, it's thin. I can read that in one setting, like in 2 hours. Literally. So if I get the whole set and they're like that small, I'll read that in one day. The whole shebang. I think it's like 12 series. Wait, okay. Shush. So that's not necessarily a bad thing, but I was expecting more, of the elements of the synopsis, so potential readers know that it is a primarily supernatural thriller. So ultimately, this book is a compelling read that blends fascinating mythology with a haunting mystery and a young sweet romance. Obviously, for me, I don't like romance, but some of these books I've been getting, I've been getting a lot of romance stuff in it. So I have got stuff from Uncharted fandom, and their books they've been giving us has been some steamy ass stuff, and that means, you should have got to my Neon Gods by Katie Robert review by now, I think. So if you do, when you watch that, oh my god, I didn't know what else to say about that book, because there was just so much steamy sex inside that one. Whew. It is so this is basically the tale of the complicated family relationship and finding their own way. So I'm hoping that this is going to be another book. Actually, let's find out. Hang on, guys. This is one thing I always do as well. I can always look on some other books if they've got any books coming out or anything like that. Christine. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to that. No, so at the moment, nothing coming out for this book, but she does have a second book for All of Us Villains, All of Our Demise. So I do have that book coming out soon in September. But I won't be getting that book until next year. But that's all the books that's coming out so far from this author. If you like me doing that, telling you what books are coming out for each author, I'll happily keep doing that, because that sounds kind of fun each time as well, to see what books they do have coming out. And it's a bit different. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Bye.